everyone, it's Christina. I am here at Disneyland. It is the 4th of July, so I'm gonna be spending the day just enjoying the vibe of the 4th of July spirit. I don't really have anything planned. I wanted to grab some food, catch the fireworks, just kind of enjoy the magic of the park on the 4th of July, so let's go.
Please remain standing for the folding of the flags.
I've been here for about an hour already, and it's pretty much been go time ever since I got here because right when I entered the park, the marching band was gonna start in about 15 minutes, so I figured, okay, I might as well just wait. So I waited in the shade, and they played all of the classic American songs. It was the marching band from Camp Pendleton, and I think they come and do it every year. But they're just so good, and I always get so emotional whenever patriotic music is playing. Don't ask me why, I just get super, super emotional. I guess because I think about like myself and my own life, and just a lot of the things that I've done in the course of my life would not be possible if I didn't live in this country. Like if I lived in India, for example, wouldn't be able to do half the stuff that I've done. So I'm just super thankful and grateful that I get to live in this country. Obviously, it's got its flaws, just like any other country does, but you know, I love America so much, and so yeah, I always get like really deeply emotional whenever like patriotic music is on, just FYI. So I'm like recording and I'm like sniffling behind the camera like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And they were so good, oh my god, and I love the Dapper Dans. Like they are just like the most amazing voices, except they're not better than Ariel, sorry. And then we made a stop at the Emporium because I wanted to look for those black bags that have been going super, super viral. These are the coveted black Disneyland bags that have just been selling out apparently every day at the park, but they've got one of everything. They've got the tote bag, the larger backpack, the smaller one, which is what I'm thinking I'm gonna get. There are some little fanny packs over there, and then these little coin purses. This would be fun for your kid. You know, you can put like little knicky-knack things in there, but I've got my heart set on the backpack. I got the little backpack because there are two little pockets on either side where you can put in your water bottle or your cell phone, and as much as I love my Loungeflies, they're just not always the most functional type of backpack, and especially when I'm filming, I need something that's just like ultra functional. But this one's super cute because it's black, it has a little D on it. I could definitely carry it on a day-to-day basis, which I definitely think I'm going to. This was so magical. So I didn't bring my wallet today. I've done that sometimes when coming here. But the thing is if you're getting a locker, you need to have a physical credit card. So literally as soon as I walk in, I was like, oh my God, I don't have my credit card. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna have to carry all this crap. And then this older man is like, are you trying to get a locker? And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, I'm like, oh, okay. So I start following him, and he gave me his locker. He literally gave me the number, gave me the code that he used, and he was like, here you go. And it wasn't a small locker, it was a big one too. So I was like, you are a gem. And I told him this like over and over, but I guess he was leaving, you know, and so it was really, really sweet of him to do that. So I put all of my stuff away, and as I was leaving, I was like, okay, now I'm ready for food. But then I just so happened to walk into another clothing store. I guess I'm just like on a merch hunt today because I found this really, really cute shirt that I actually saw on this one Disneyland influencer's page, and so I ended up getting it, and it just looked so cute on her. I'm gonna link her down below. Her name is Andrea, or is it Andrea? It's either Andrea or Andrea, and I hate messing up people's names. Like even in my cycle classes, if I'm not 110% sure of what your name is and how to say it, I will not say it. I'll just be like, hey you, or hey, good job, but I never say someone's name if I don't 100% know. I wasn't able to talk and eat because the parade was going on, and I didn't want to get flagged for copywritten music again, which oh my God, it was a fiasco. So I posted that Sword in the Stone video with a bunch of clips from the movie, and I thought that you could do that, but I'm gonna have to read the rules and like really understand the rules because that video got flagged, and then I couldn't upload at all for a few days. So that just kind of, I learned the hard way, like don't be near any copyrighted music. So that's why I couldn't talk and eat, but I guess I'll just kind of walk you through. So I ordered the salmon, which was a piece of salmon glazed with this mango salsa came with rice and some green beans. You guys, you know me, I'm a food connoisseur, a huge foodie. Another thing you need to know about me is I'm South Indian, and we traditionally eat a lot of fish. I don't eat fish because I think fish is gross. The only time I'll really eat fish and enjoy it is if it's super, super fresh and if it's prepared the right way. So that means that it's seasoned really well. I don't really care if it's overdone. Like that I can tolerate, but I just hate it when it has that like fishy smell, that like fishy, I can't stand it. So this salmon was amazing. I couldn't even believe it. The only drawback for me was that there was like maybe 2 pieces of the salsa. Like I got one tiny little piece of mango and then one tiny little piece of jicama. So that's where I would say like maybe stop being so stingy on the freaking mango salsa, because it was really good. I really like that mango salsa. The rice, I think it was like a cilantro rice. I didn't taste any cilantro. It just tasted like plain white rice, but it was really good, and it was super healthy. Like if you're looking for a healthier option at the park, which I'm always looking for healthier options. And honestly, I think over the next couple of times I come to the park, I'm probably going to start kind of seeking out more like healthier options, just because like, I don't know, like I think it's not sustainable to be eating like a lot of the stuff here, you know, and you know I come so often. So it's like if I am going to come, then I would rather like find the healthier options. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would highly recommend the salmon, which was really good. The green beans were mushy, so just FYI, if you're like hoping for crispy, you know, fresh green beans, like these were not it. They were probably canned. I'd be surprised if they were not canned, because if they were not, then I need to have a word with the chef, because those green beans were just mushy as hell. No flavor. They were just super bland. Like it looks like they were mixed with something. So that's why I'm saying it was probably canned, and then they mixed it with some whatever, like bell peppers or something. And yeah, that was it overall. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I'm surprised. No. I can't give it a 10 out of 10. I would give it a. Let me be methodical about this. I would give it an 8 out of 10 because the rice didn't taste like cilantro rice at all. And the green beans were mushy and tasted like they were from a can. But the salmon was very good. I was so surprised. As I bit into it, I think you could even see it on my face that I was so surprised that salmon was good. Because yeah, I don't really like fish. So I was like, I don't really like fish. Like this is kind of a long shot, but I wanted to try it because I also wanted something healthy today. And I'll tell you, I got a few whiffs of it before I started eating it, and it smelled fishy, but I don't know if that was like a mental thing. And I was just like, oh my God, it's gonna be fishy, but it tasted really, really good. So let's talk about that Pixar cake. It was so delicious. It tasted like it was kind of like a lemon cake with like a vanilla buttercream, but it was so fun to eat too. I mean, it's the 4th of July. It's also Pixar Fest, and it's just so beautiful looking. It photographs really well, and it tastes really good. I mean, every single dessert I've had at Plaza Inn has been a slam dunk. Like literally every dessert you get from Plaza Inn is just so good. I would say if you are coming to Disneyland like on a date, Plaza Inn is really great because there's a few different options. Like they have the chicken option, they have pasta, salmon. I think there were a couple other things too. There's chicken tenders if you want to get like a kid's plate. So there's a lot of different things that you can go and just kind of grab, and then you pay for it afterwards. But I just was kind of thinking like, oh, this would probably be a good place for a date. Like if I was gonna come here with a guy, like I would probably want to go there if we didn't go to like Blue Bayou. If it was maybe like a first date or a second date where you're just starting to get to know the person, then I would say Plaza Inn is definitely like a good place to take someone. This has never happened to me before. I don't even know if you can hear me because of the fountain behind me, but check it out! Literally, I never find spots like this on the drawbridge. I mean, it's not really a drawbridge, but when you're walking to the castle, and so I'm like, oh, how fun! This is a fun little spot. So where I am is, so if you're walking down the drawbridge or the bridge or whatever, there are these little like mini cul-de-sacs like on either side. And yeah, there's like nobody stuck in here. So if you want like a picture, then this might be a good picture. You're obviously not going to get the entire castle in the shot, but I mean, it's still fun. Like you got the fountain, and you just in about 1 hour, it's going to be golden hour. So if you want your pretty pictures, then this is the spot to be for pictures. first time. Whoa. All right, you guys. Let's do this double ride. Dude, I'm getting a little dizzy. Oh my god, you go so high. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of amazing. Considering how long we had to wait for that ride, it's really short. It's almost too short. I waited, well, it said that it was a 25-minute wait, but I'd say when it was all said and done, it was probably closer to 40 minutes. I didn't think it was that short. It honestly felt like it was maybe 45 seconds. It was insanely short. But it's super fun. I mean, you get your, 45 seconds of magic, and you get to fly up and down. But honestly, that switch, in the very beginning, you cannot go up and down, so that kind of cuts into your flight time, and then you have to come down. So, I mean, really, it's like 35 seconds. I mean, not to be a schmo about it, but all right. Big Thunder's open again. It was closed earlier. I think we're gonna do that. Is such a classic ride. I just get so much nostalgia every time I go on Thunder Mountain. I remember the very first time I went on it when I was 9, and I thought it was the scariest ride I had ever been on, because I mean, at that point you haven't really been on like crazy rides yet. So to me, like, Big Thunder was like the craziest ride I had ever been on. Well, that's not true. Space Mountain was the craziest ride I had ever been on, followed by Big Thunder. So Fantasmic is at 9, and then the fireworks are at 9:30. So I want to try to do kind of like a double whammy and do them both. So we're on a very special mission right now. So apparently at Showcase, you can get things embroidered. So I want to grab my backpack and see if I can get it embroidered at Showcase. Oh my God, you guys have to see this. Everyone's already lining up for the fireworks. Looking crazy. Check it out. Here, I'm gonna give you a 360. This is crazy. So, yeah, I'm not waiting for fireworks. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna wait this early. You can watch the fireworks by the castle. Obviously, that's where everyone's gonna be. But you could also see the fireworks from where Fantasmic is gonna be, as well as Small World. So if you don't feel like being around this insane crowd of people, then those are also some great vantage points. You obviously won't be near the castle, and so you won't, I mean, if you're standing far enough away, like if you're in Main Street, which you'd be able to see the fireworks from there too, you still can't see the castle. So you kind of need to weigh out your options. It's like, how much do I really want to be near the castle? How much of the castle am I really going to end up seeing? And am I better off just avoiding some of the craziness of the crowds and just going to another spot? I'm undecided what I'm going to do yet. We're just going to have to wait and see how crazy these crowds get. So did a little quick outfit change. I put my ears on. I got my shirt on because the sun's gone down. It's a lot cooler, and it's going to get a lot cooler even now. So I got my backpack. It's a little crazy on Main Street right now because everyone is lining up for the fireworks. Like literally everyone and their mom is lining up for the fireworks, which is so crazy because it was so empty earlier, and now it's just so packed. I can't even believe it. So yeah, let's make our way over to Showcase. But one thing I also wanted to note is I'm really disappointed in how mean some people are, and not even being mean to me. I mean, just like being mean to each other. Like when I was watching the marching band, at one point they asked for anyone who had served or anyone who was serving to come forward. And on the side where we were standing, they were asking people to come, like for viewers, for guests, to like kind of come closer so we could actually watch a little bit closer. So a couple people went, and then I was gonna go. I was like, oh my God, like this is awesome. They're letting us come even closer. And then this husband and wife, the wife went, and the husband was like screaming at her, like, get back here right now, or is your family in the military? Get back here right now. Just the way he was yelling at her in public, in front of everybody, I just, was like, okay, first of all, you look like a total freaking dickhead. And second, that poor woman for dealing with a guy like you. Like, she doesn't look bad, you do. Like, because if she made a mistake, like, Disneyland is on it. Like, they will let you know. Like, if you're supposed to not be somewhere, they are so quick to let you know. These people are, this is literally their job, is to make sure that people are where they're supposed to be, standing where they're supposed to be, and out of the way whenever there's like a professional or a cavalcade. They make sure that you are where you're supposed to be. So don't, if you're watching this, and just know, if the person that you are with, you're not sure if they're supposed to be in the right, let me say this. If you're with someone and you're not sure if they're in the right place or not, let them know kindly, and just know that Disneyland will let them know. If they're in the wrong place, let a cast member figure it out. You do not have to go in there and be a freaking police officer about it. I was just really disappointed, because then they also had a kid with them, and for the kid to like see how their dad was treating his mom was just, I don't know. I have like a really big, that whole thing is like very, very, I feel very strongly about that. Like, when there's, I don't want to say like domestic abuse, but I mean, the way he was yelling at her, like, dude, that's abuse, I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm off my soapbox. Let's go to Showcase and get my backpack embroidered. This is so nuts. I can't believe how early everyone got here for these freaking fireworks. It's so funny. I mean, it's funny to me just because I see fireworks all the time, but I get it. It's the 4th of July, and it's a little bit more magical. Rats, they were closed. I was wondering about that. I was like, I mean, it's getting kind of late. Like, it's probably going to close soon. So they were saying that they also do it at Toontown. So that is going to be my best bet. But even then, it probably won't get done until closer to midnight. And you know me, like, I'm about to turn into a pumpkin. I wanted to leave way before midnight, but I mean, it's going to depend on how desperate people are to get this thing embroidered. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try my luck. So let's head over to Toontown right now. Success. I was able to drop my backpack off at Toontown. So they also do embroidering over there if there's anything that you want to embroider. You just have to show them your receipt just so that they can see, because I think you have to get it embroidered the same day you bought it. So we will go back at 10 o'clock to pick it up when Fantasmic is over, when the fireworks are over. So you know what? Why don't we start making our way over to the Rivers of America to see if we can catch Fantasmic. I don't understand what's going on. It's a little past 8:30, but there's like fireworks going off and people are just standing around. It's kind of a cluster F, if you know what I mean. It's almost time, 4th of July. One thing people ask me about is it worth it to go to Disneyland solo? And I've got to tell you, it really is. Honestly, I prefer going solo over going with people. I mean, I love going with my friends, obviously, because it's just fun. But it's like, at least the way I do it is whenever I'm vlogging and there's something very specific that I want to achieve when I come to Disneyland, it really helps to just do it on my own, because then I can move at my pace. I can literally go and do whatever I want to do. I would feel bad if I was the one dictating literally everything we were doing. And then when it's you and your friends, then you can really just focus on hanging out with your friend, which is what I typically like to do. And then, because then when I come with my friends, it's just kind of like, my focus is more on them, and we're catching up and we're in the moment and we're kind of going on rides, but Disneyland's kind of more in the background when we're hanging out, as opposed to like making the focus of the time we're spending together on the park, if that makes sense. So that's typically what I would recommend if you were coming and you're spending so much money. It's like you might as well do what you want to do. We're getting closer to the Rivers of America where Fantasmic is going to be, and it honestly doesn't look anywhere near as crowded as it was obviously by the castle or even by Small World. I was kind of surprised by how crowded it was at Small World. So let's keep getting closer. But you know me, I'm really not trying to wait around. Maybe we can try to get on Pirates real quick. so funny. So I saw a meme today and it said, the only day of the year when Disneyland magic key holders are gonna look at the fireworks and be like, meh. That is so true. Because, I mean, the fireworks were good, but when you come to the park often enough, you kind of know, like, which shows tend to be really, really good. And, you know, like the Better Together celebration, I think is better. The Star Wars Season of the Force show that they do at Galaxy's Edge was really cool. Oh my God, I remember just like really, really loving it. But what I ended up doing was I went to Pirates, and in a split second, I completely forgot that Fantasmic started at 9. So right when we finished up Pirates, I could hear Fantasmic starting, and I was like, oh my gosh, well, that's fine. It's gonna be super crowded, and I kind of wanted a snack. So when I left Pirates, went into Pandora, just kind of like looked around, and then I got some beignets and hot chocolate, my favorite snack when it gets super late. And then I just sat down in front of Tiana's Palace, kind of like listened to the music for Fantasmic, and then moved up to go catch the fireworks. And it was totally worth it. I mean, yeah, we didn't really get to see as much as I'm sure you would if you were right in front of the castle. So if you want like that whole experience, then yeah, you're gonna have to be prepared to stand and wait and do all of that stuff in front of the castle. But I mean, if you're like me and you're like, meh, then yeah, then it works. Fantastic work. The backpack should be ready, so we're gonna pick that up, and I'm so excited to see how it looks. It looks really cute. The color, and so basically the way it works is there's a few places at the park that will do this embroidery. You do have to pay per word. I think it's like $8 and something cents per word. And then you get to choose the font, you get to choose the color of the thread, and it just adds like a little personal touch. And I kind of figured, you know, I have all these Loungeflies. Might as well be nice to have like one backpack that's not Loungefly, that has my name on it and it's a little more personal. So I'm excited to show you guys. I think it's gonna be really cute. I just went on the Roger Rabbit ride at Toontown, and I don't know if you guys have ever been on that ride, but it is weird. It is so weird. It's up there with, I mean, it's not as crazy as the Simpsons ride at Universal Studios, but it's, I would say that's like the Simpsons ride for, you know what I'm trying to say. I am getting so tired. I figured that this is probably the most magical spot I could do my sign off, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I had so much fun hanging out at Disneyland on the 4th of July. I would highly recommend it. It's definitely not as packed during the day, because I think a lot of people, they go off and do their own thing. They're doing barbecues, friends are getting together, but then at night, a lot of people come specifically for the fireworks, and then the park is open until midnight, so it's just a really great time to just enjoy the music, the magic of Disneyland, and of course the fireworks, and it's just so beautiful. So I wanted to show you guys my backpack. I don't know if you can see the embroidery, but they did it. So this is the small backpack. So in this collection, there was a larger backpack like you saw earlier, a smaller backpack, a fanny pack, and a tote bag, and then those little like coin bags. But I got the mini backpack. I'm definitely more of like a mini backpack girly, but how cute is it? When I was picking it up, the cast member was like, you're gonna love it, it's so cute, and it really is. You can't see the shade of pink, but they had 3 different shades of pink to choose from. There was like a fuchsia, this pink, and then like a baby pink, and this one was kind of like a nice happy medium, because I wanted to have a pop, but I didn't want it to be like obnoxious, you know? So yeah, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like this video, tell me what you want to see in upcoming videos. I have a lot of really fun content that's going to be off the park coming up, and I'm really excited to share all of that with you. So I guess I'll see you guys next time, and stay safe and stay magical.